Hi, thanks for tuning in to my official YouTube channel, Reverend MeeLing, also known as Reverend Susan MeeLing, Lady MeeLing, Lady Dori, Belle, been known by a few names. So, obviously I drove through Roswell, New Mexico the other day, and though I apparently wasted some time because of some excuses in regards to today, the 19th of June, 2020, as far as why I couldn't go take care of what I needed to take care of, which I'll just go into the other aspects because realistically, it does tie into one another. So as many people, human beings, I mean, who have thrown temper tantrums for only excuses. I mean, realistically, just simple excuses. So I've discussed and written about certain things that I've gone through, experienced, and the like. And though there have been plenty of individuals who just didn't want to believe what I told them, because, you know, despite actually having proof and all that sort of stuff, whatever their excuses were to not believe certain aspects, I'm really tired of excuses. I really am. That being said, so one of the things that I wrote about, but I didn't discuss much, would be, and when I say discuss, I mean at the time it occurred, I didn't discuss it, as far as what occurred in Irving, Texas, when I was out on the back patio with the lights that showed up and that whole thing, you know, which was almost 2 years to the time frame of when I had surfaced from the bottom of the ocean after scuba diving the area of the Matthias Abyss in 2009. So in 2011, there was that issue at the back patio of the apartment in Irving. And then there was, you know, 2 years prior, the situation in which I had landed at the bottom of the ocean, surfaced from. And so over the years, as I've discussed in many official prior YouTube videos of mine, that whole thing, as well as discussed with individuals, sadly, the amount of individuals who just didn't seem to want to accept reality as it is, kind of tired of that. So, people have wondered why certain situations in reference to what is called in English or whatever, in reference to alien life forms, why the United States government hasn't realistically discussed certain things, which, why would they in certain ways? Why would they allow human beings in the general public to know that? You can barely handle one another. What would make them think that you could handle the fact that there are far more intelligent life forms out in the galaxy than human beings? Far more. Far. Just so much more intelligent. And, you know, so much more advanced than even some of the most well-known scientists throughout history. And so, you know, though there were so many individuals who just didn't want to accept those realities back when I knew them and discussed it with them. Why wouldn't alien life forms make themselves known to the general public? They don't have to go through the United States of America's government. They don't need that permission. Could it hypothetically be that they have been watching you, hypothetically, and looking at you and how you throw your temper tantrums over inconsequential, unimportant feelings in comparison to actual stuff that is genuinely important? Hypothetically, could it be that alien life forms throughout the galaxy just wonder why they even allow you to continue breathing? And that's not just, out in, well, even in the orbit of the Earth, realistically. I mean, if there are those who didn't know, yeah, there are actual alien life forms that are living on this Earth. And no, the United States of America's government, or any government, has not the slightest inclination of how to actually track some of them. Just say. And that doesn't even go into the ones that you would consider to be aliens but aren't at all, in reference to mer people. They're not aliens. They've been in the ocean far longer, and they live much longer than human beings do. By a lot. So you have the mer people who listen and see you from the water. You have the spirits who roam around on the earth, along with alien life forms that roam around on the earth and go in the water. And then you also have alien life forms that are watching you. Not just from the orbit of the Earth, not just in the Milky Way galaxy, not just in the closest 15 galaxies that have been seen by space programs, but far, far beyond those areas. By a lot. So, in that, do you think individuals who are watching and listening and all that sort of stuff to my official YouTube channel, do you think that in reference to the general public and the way you have been acting, for example, since it is the 19th of June 2020, just the past 10 years, just from 2010 to 2020, do you think that all of those beings that have watched and listened to how you have interacted, and no, I'm not discussing the different government agencies, no, I'm not discussing techie guys, I genuinely am only discussing the aspects of the spiritual, the what you call as aliens, and the mer people. Do you think that when they look at you, that they are impressed as you seem to be impressed rest of yourselves? Or do you think, hypothetically, they look at you when you throw your temper tantrums, destroy other people's property, complain about things, and yet don't have any genuine ideas for solutions, except for to go and to destroy other people's property? Do you think that they look at you with disdain, hypothetically? Do you think that, hypothetically, they look at you with disgust and wonder, many times over, why you are allowed to continue to exist? Do you think, hypothetically, that those beings, whichever label you want to use, see how you have been, especially you rioters, not peaceful protesters, you rioters? Do you think that they look at you and say, oh, we want that, we want to discuss with those people? Or do you think that they look at you for that and go, no, we know that there's going to be an evolution, and when all of you who are rioters are essentially wiped out, then we'll talk with the human beings. Because those types of people are just not worth it. Because they're not doing anything to advance society. They're not doing anything to assist society. They're not teaching and making things better for society. They're making problems. And there are other issues that are far bigger in the universe than stuff like that, hypothetically. And so, maybe, just maybe, if you genuinely are interested in the realms of, in reference to the mer people, if you're interested in that sort of discussion, did you ever think that maybe you should fix yourselves? And if you are not interested in what's in the realms of the ocean, which realistically, when you think about it, and the fact that we know more about space as a human species than we do about what's in the ocean. And by the way, just for those particular individuals that think that because they put cameras in the ocean that the mer people don't know how to go around that, oh please. They've been watching human beings much longer. So they know what to look for. They know how you go and put things where you do, and they know how to avoid that. Which is why, hypothetically, when it comes to the mer people, it's been very difficult. So, if it's been difficult in reference to the mer people, and that's within the earth, how smart do you think the alien life forms are, as you call them, outside of the orbit of the earth? How smart do you think they are to, oh, you want to put this into orbit here? Okay. We know where to go, so that way you don't see. So, maybe, just maybe, certain things should be reevaluated. If there is the genuine want and or need and or desire to actually get to know and speak with and have something to do with mer people and or spiritual entities and or aliens. Because I can tell you, when driving through Roswell, New Mexico, I saw quite a bit. When driving throughout the United States of America during my Medal of Honor art project trips, I saw quite a bit. And I don't just mean in the human being aspect. I mean in other ways. And so, you know, I mean, if that's considered important at all. Yeah. I mean, again, I haven't ever been asked about certain things. Though I am tired of rambling on and on because well, human beings weren't meant to be secluded. They weren't meant to stay behind closed doors. They weren't meant to be kept by themselves or alone. At all. So, you know, just saying, if that is considered of importance at all, ever. I mean, why would you continue with certain things that you're doing and claim that you have humanity? Why would you treat people as you have treated them and claim that you are a human being? And again, not just if you're not afraid of law enforcement, as some of you are not afraid of them at all. If you are not afraid of the military at all. If you are not afraid of God, at all, then think about the fact that there are merpeople who have been listening and seeing what you have been doing. There are alien life forms who have been seeing and hearing what you have been doing. And yes, there is a God. Just say, there is. I'd be able to do certain things if it wasn't the case. But if, you know, that aspect isn't considered of importance to you in reference to God, then take into consideration all of those other aspects. Because they too are God's creation. So, comment, like, share, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel. And you guys have a good one. I mean, again, how many people have walked on top of the ocean and walked on top of quicksand? I've researched it. It's only one person that has done that and videotaped it. Hi. Hello. That'd be me. Nobody else, right? And I'm not talking about using stuff to, you know, stay up above. I'm talking, they got recorded videos of me doing so. But apparently it's not that big of a deal to certain human beings. I don't know why. think it would be much bigger of a deal. So, there is that saying, heard it on a grapevine, right? From that song.